Hey crafty cuties, welcome back to Paper Terrace and welcome back to the Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge. In this video, we are going to prep our pages to make them look a little bit more vintage and interesting. Little disclaimer, I'm refilming this entire video when I'm already done with the whole journal because for some reason this video didn't upload. But many of you have requested to see this one, so I wanted to refilm it. So just in case you end up seeing different pages in the final journal, that is why. But they turned out so cool that, again, I really wanted to share the process with you. So number one, we're just doing some simple tea dyeing. So we have our tea. I already have some steeping in here. All of our book pages. And then I also have a little spray bottle that has a more diluted tea. But we're also going to do a really lazy method of eco dyeing, and that's the part that turned out so cool. So I'm going to take you into the little forest near my house to gather up some leaves. Sadly, the first time I filmed this, it was beautiful and like 60 degrees out. Well, today's like 38 degrees, but I'm going to bear the cold for you guys. We're going to go grab some ferns and leaves, and we'll be back here to eco dye. I try to find things that are already on the ground. But last time I found that these like pine needles actually worked really good. And then, of course, ferns. These worked really well too, so I am gonna grab a couple of these. It is so cold out. Okay, we got the goods. Let's set those aside. I am going to put all of my papers aside. I'm not gonna dye too many since this is actually just for demonstration. I have a very old tin pan here that I use for dyeing, and so I'm just going to go ahead now and dump in my mixture with the tea bag so that it will just continue to get darker as we go along. I just have some wax paper here so that I can put my tea dyed papers. And we're just going to get started. So I am just going to dunk in a full piece of paper, making sure to saturate all of it. And this is Dollar Tree paper, so it is thin, but I haven't had any issues. So then we're going to take it out. Now I like to fold mine in half. That's just so I can stack a bunch. And I never have any issues with that. I also really like the line. It creates a dark line where the fold mark is. Then we're just gonna kind of shake off the excess, bring it over. And so this is the part where the lazy eco dyeing comes in, because we're going to take whatever leaves you find, going to place it on top, and then we're just going to sandwich these. Now, if you remember, I have a darker solution. Now this has been sitting for a week because I'm refilming. But I did spray kind of like that, so it may help with the imprinting. I think it did. But then we're going to continue dunking and tea dyeing. Now, if you're just wanting to tea dye and you don't want to do this eco dyeing, so then you would just skip adding the plants on top, obviously. I'm just going to fold this in half right in here. And then we're going to just pile on about 5 or so. And you can open this up and you could do leaves on the inside if you really want a ton of prints. Now I found that some leaves added prints and some didn't. So it's all kind of an experiment, but I had some pretty good prints. I even got some little leaves. I thought this time I would just go ahead and try and see how these worked out. I was actually really surprised with some of the final prints that I got the first time around. And luckily I do have a picture of that, so I can share that with you guys. And I'm just going to keep on doing the same thing over and over. Now, when I did the longer version of tea dyeing, I started out just the same way, but I ended up boiling these pages in a huge pan for hours. And so that's why I'm calling this the lazy version, because it's just a quicker way about it. I'm not fussing about tying up a bunch of pages. I'm not adding any special things. I am just layering everything on. We are going to put this in the oven. That's just because that's my preferred method of drying. But other than that, it's all very simple. I'll do a book page now. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and just put this bundle in the oven. Now I put it at 375 for about 20 minutes. I just watch it very, very close, and I just realized that I wasn't spraying, but I didn't spray. I'm going to put this one down like that. Last time, the first time around, I didn't spray all of them, and I still got good prints. So I don't really know that that's necessary, but you can also spray after they come out of the oven. That's about all I'm going to stack. So I'll probably make one more stack just like this, pop it in the oven, and I'll see you back here when they're all dry, and we'll see what the results are. Time to take a look at what we got. This is the fun part. It's kind of like Christmas. Either way, we're going to have some beautiful tea-dyed paper, but I do hope we got some prints like I did the first time around. So I already pulled the first two up, and they're just regular tea-dyed papers. Still fun. This was a plant that I wasn't sure about. I didn't use it last time. I might have to get some dirt off there. I can see a print of that little leaf there, but not too much otherwise. Okay, all right. Oh, I think I rinsed these ones off, but apparently they're still pretty dirty. Let's shake that off over here. But these ones do have some prints there. Fun. Now, last time, these were what made the best. Okay. Still a fun paper, but I had a feeling this was going to happen when I was refilming, guys. But it just kind of goes to show, too, that you're going to have different results every time. I think in the first time, I think I sprayed a lot extra of the thicker, or the darker coffee dye, or tea dye, over the top. So I think that might be key. Let's go ahead and remove these. These ones aren't exactly dry, but sometimes if the plants are really stuck to your paper, you might have to put them under a little bit of water and kind of scrape them off and then dry it. Oops. Okay. There's a little leaf print right here on both pages. That's fun. Those ones didn't really do too much, however, they do add some color. I'm excited for when there are flowers in bloom, because that is my favorite to experiment with. And even like the pan gives some fun designs. Okay, well, I'm still happy with the papers, but like I said, the last round worked out so much better. I actually have a few leftover pages from that. I don't know, I think I used up all of the leaf print ones, but actually here's one. You can see those. Oh, I used doilies in the first round too, which is, again, why it's such a bummer that I lost that footage. But I also think that it was kind of good that I ended up refilming. You can see there's some, just because it kind of shows that you're going to get different results all the time. So don't watch a video and assume that, you know, you're going to get the same results as someone else, especially when you're doing like this lazier version. But I did get lucky and get this gorgeous print on the first round. And I do remember spraying a lot of the diluted tea onto this one. So I think that is key. And then throughout the journal, I got quite a few prints as well. So I hope that you guys will give this a try, even if it's just for tea dyeing or coffee dyeing. And I am excited to see what you guys come up with if you're doing any dyeing. In my first Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge, I actually did some marbled papers, and you can find that video on the old playlist. That was super fun, and those papers turned out really, really cool, and it's really easy. It's just paints and shaving cream, so you might want to check that out. And I'm going to toss in a little hidden giveaway here at the end of the video. If you want to enter to win, I want you to comment something that has to do with summer. So that's how I will choose the winner. If you left a comment with the word summer, in 1 week I will choose a random winner. I'm going to announce any of my winners on a video after the whole series is over. But for this giveaway, you will win a pack of tea-dyed papers. So good luck with that, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.